If for the past 3 years you've been watching Formula 1 and wondered where did all the spins and crashes go, the answer to your question will be that Nikita Mazepin left Formula 1. I mean, after all, he had 22 spins in 21 races, earning himself the nickname Nikita Mazepin. That's probably the worst statistic an F1 driver can ever have. It's until you realize that Nikita Mazepin managed to finish 21st out of 20 drivers on the grid. I mean, in his only year in Formula 1, he managed to get 0 points. And although he had a very short stint in Formula 1, he holds a very special place in every Formula 1 fan's heart. Not so much for the drivers.
This guy's a fucking idiot, like...
Oh, these bloody idiots.
Mazepin will never change.
Well, we all know that Mazepin doesn't have the skills. I mean, he wasn't any phenomenal driver before coming to Formula 1. However, his dad, Dmitry Mazepin, was very talented at keeping Haas team pocket very full. He was so talented that in December, before the year of Nikita's debut season, he would post a video where he appears to touch a woman without her consent. But the piles of cash in front of the Haas team managed to block them from viewing that video, and Nikita still drove for them that season. And well, after the F1 career, which we already know, I mean, Nikita didn't manage to go more than 3 corners without spinning out in his first ever Grand Prix. And we already know how the season went. But come 2022, Nikita Mazepin was still a Formula 1 driver, and he was still going to drive for Haas for the 2022 season. But then Putin decided he was bored, and he decided to invade Ukraine. See, the thing I failed to tell you was that Dmitry was an oligarch in Russia, and he had a very close relationship with Putin, and he also somehow connected to Nikita. That meant that they had to be placed in the EU, UK, Canada sectioned list. Therefore, he was unable to compete in Formula 1. It's pretty ironic that the only reason he was driving in Formula 1 was the only reason he's not driving anymore. So where did Nikita Mazepin go? Well, his first stop was at Rally Raid. Kind of a familiar name that. Well, his first test came with a Dakar winning team, Kamaz Master. Same time he was training with former Dakar winner, Sergey. And to be honest, Nikita picked up this style of driving very, very good and very fast. And that was apparent when he competed in Silkway, which had previous winners such as the original smooth operator and Carlos Sainz Sr. And Nikita managed to find himself as a winner in the T3 category during leg 7 of that rally. His next rally race won't come until 2024 when he competed at Denis Davidov Baja, and he managed to place second in that race. Nikita didn't only pick up rallying, he also competed in the Asian Le Mans series, doing that in 2 separate occasions in 2023 and 2024, where he managed to pick up 2 wins coming from 2 poles and also 5 podiums, a thing that helped his team finishing 4th in both of Nikita's years. Outside of racing, Nikita Mazepin also started We Compete as One Foundation, a foundation that's goal is to help athletes who were excluded based on non-sporting decisions. And the foundation seems to have worked for him, as the EU partially lifted the sanctions against him. And I mean partially because he was purely allowed to go there for motorsport purposes only. But then they were fully lifted, as they figure out Nikita was only related to Dmitry because of family ties and no longer through business ties, since his dad was no longer sponsoring Haas. Although that means that Nikita can go back to Formula 1, the main reason he was already there is gone. So unfortunately, you'll have to deal with Lance Stroll and forget about our beloved Nikita Mazepin. But you don't gotta forget about my channel, so like the video and subscribe because the coming content will be even better.